Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven. After 5 episodes with the other team, I thought it was time we switched back to Scarlax, Horsat and Gators so we can try doing things a little bit differently. Gators got a lot of money. We're still obviously waiting to get to the point where we can enhance some of these cards. Most probably going to be Reviving Shock. Get some decent boosts on this. But overall, this team was working pretty damn well. So I think I suppose the other option was going to be Net Shooter and putting a wound on the base, which we could afford now. But regardless of that, we're going to have to see what we come up with. We're going to start with the city encounter, and then we're going to go and, we could have a look and see what the fight with Jekserah is like, just for science. We probably won't succeed at first time, but we can have a look. So, you're relaxing at the sleeping lion when an immaculately dressed man approaches your table, a fake smile plastered to his face. Ah, you must be the mercenaries everyone's talking about, yes? My name is Lord Greymane, and I have a delicate matter to discuss. May I sit? You gesture to a chair, and he sits with a faint grimace. I'm transporting some valuable goods this evening from one of my warehouses, and I've reason to believe that some of the less desirable elements of the city wish to steal from me. I would like to hire you to help guard the undertaking. Yeah, let's take the money. You head to the warehouse and are immediately set upon by a group of thieves. However, they prove no match for your expertise and are quickly dispatched. Greymane thanks you, so 10 gold, that's gonna go all to Gator. Still not quite enough to get that wound that I wanted, but that's a pretty good place to be. Do we want to try and protect Orchid again? Really, no. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look. Jekserah, we're coming for you. You're walking down the road when the sound of many wings pulls your gaze to the sky. Above you, you see a large flock of white birds flying southward. At that height, you figure a well-aimed arrow could bring one of them down and make a nice meal. No, we'll just leave them alone. The shot would be difficult and you prefer not to waste an arrow. You simply move on towards your destination. Last thing we want is for someone to curse us.
One thing is for certain.
Just before this.
You never would have found Jekserah's lair without help. Deep in the Dagger Forest, you would have become hopelessly lost hours ago, if not for the detailed directions you carry. After various twists and turns, you find yourself staring at an ancient mausoleum hidden in the growth of the forest. A massive tree trunk mostly blocks the entryway. This building must have been built ages ago and was long forgotten by time. You squeeze past the tree trunk into the dark halls of the tomb. You light a torch and wait silently, listening for sounds of inhabitants. It's faint, but to your left, you hear a shuffling sound. You move closer and open a set of stone doors. Ahead of you, the torchlight catches shadows of the living dead. It looks like Jekserah is hard at work rebuilding her army.
I guess we're going to have to dismantle it then. Causing a trap to be sprung or disarmed is not necessarily easy. So let's go with Streamliner. Over here, Executioner. We might be able to manage that. And a Scrambler. Now the big question is that treasure chest going to be easy to get to? Okay, it looks like we've got a side room and a back room. Obviously, these guys are immediate worry. Perfect position for a skewer, though, actually. Over here, I think we'll start with feedback loop as... No, the mine's weakness, sorry. What else are we going to do along with that? Dark Frenzy. Dark Frenzy and the Mind's Weakness is just such an amazing potential opener. Dark Frenzy is like scary good. I honestly love it. Right, so if we're going to skewer, that'd be a decent bit of damage. It'd be nice to do something as we move in. We could also trample and pierce through. And potentially, like, cleave two of them. And given the skeletons are right here, that's not a terrible plan, actually. Or we could leap and cleave and use the sword to get wounds on them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. If we move into there... Okay, how are we going to move 3 without it being leap and cleave? Alright, that's not going to go the way I wanted. We could hook and chain to move in and attack. We could brute force to... Yeah, actually, brute force will get us to here, and then we can skewer through and use the jagged sword and get both of them wounded. That's pretty good. Right at the back over here. We can do volatile concoction, but what else do we want to do? 2, 3. You're not close enough for us to stun. Do we have anything that attacks at range 4 at the moment? I don't think so. So in that case, we'll leave volatile concoction, and we can move in with ink bomb and get a stun shot off on someone. So they're going to do some stabby things. Cultists are going to try and curse people not at range, though. This is really just such a... We're going to move in 2 with this, but it's really such a powerful thing. We're going to actually attack the one at the back, I think. And muddled as well. Oh, because we haven't used this to attack, it doesn't count. Ah, alright. Well, let's get it back then. Oh, no, it has counted. Well, we'll get Dark Frenzy back. Can actually get quite far. Go to here and stun the near one. Okay, solid enough. Yeah, use the heater shield. That's unfortunate, but we'll just take the damage. He's come right down the middle, of course. So this is totally not going the way I expected. But that's fine. Boots of Striding will take us through to here. Actually, before we do that, undo. Let's get this stab going. I will use the Jagged Sword so it applies to you, and we may as well use the Power Potion. And then we got Pierce as well. That feels good. For now, just grab the gold. The shield's not particularly useful because everyone's moving faster. We weren't even moving that slowly. Okay. So we can do Brain Leech over here. That'll get us Strengthen and Hostile Takeover with an advantage. I like that. You're pretty close, but not as close as I'd want to be. Let's go Enhancement Field and Reviving Shock. Not in that order. And I think we'll do Skirmishing Maneuver to get some moving, like, attacky bits. And we could, like, carry on. 1, 2, 3, maybe with a hook and chain. All right, let's see how that goes. Move 3, attack 2, curse. Yeah, so the cultist elite is going to be annoying. Definitely strengthen yourself. And if we can immobilize this guy, that will stop him doing anything dangerous at all. Lovely, solid damage as well. I don't mind taking a tiny bit of damage with that. Okay, well this has not gone the way I expected it would at all. So I think we'll step in. Oh, no. Undo. We want to be in first. Now, does a straight line count as backwards as well? I don't think it would. So let's just come into here. We'll get single attack on you. Oh, did we not use the sword before? I thought we did. Well, we'll get a wound on him. Zero damage, but we got the wound. That's the important thing. Nice bit of damage there. And actually we could come round and start stabbing the other guy as well. And stun him for next turn as well. Horzat is just so useful. You know what? Let's maximize this. What's he gonna do? He's gonna move 3 and attack both of them. That one's just dead. Oh, he's going that way. Painful, but not too bad. Yeah, Yeah, skip the push. So we want to stab him and then step on and grab the gold is the short of it. Or so that's going to move and heal us. What are we going to use to attack? Dark Frenzy. Up here. Spare Dagger. And Warding Strength. Assuming this guy is dead, we want something that's going to move us 2, which will be anything. Get the gold, and then we can do a ranged attack, maybe with a Toxic Bolt. So yeah, let's get Volatile Concoction in, so we can definitely take advantage of that. Which means you're not going to be able to move quite as quickly. Let's get you doing Frigid Apparition and then Empathetic Assault. So first things first. Get your cards back. That gives us longevity in the fight itself, and we may as well get Toxic Bolt on you, and he's dead. Lovely. Which means everything is going to be against this stunned guy. Down he goes. Yeah, come to here and heal up a bit. This gets wasted, unfortunately, but we get the gold. I'm leaving the big piles of gold for Gator to move across. So you can use that to move and that to waste. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to get in reasonably far. Leaping Cleave would work for that. And eye for an eye, because we're not really going. Well, actually, we can use that next turn. Balance measure. And over here, 1, 2, 3. We could move 3, grab that one. So Withering Claw and Feedback Loop just to waste. So in we come, we're just grabbing gold here, and we'll grab the next ones next turn. Or tweak it. You know what? Let's use this one to move in. It's going to be just a lot nicer to be further forwards. So 1, 2. Ooh, actually. That's going to be an adjacent ally. So if we step back, Halzak could get all of his cards back. But you'd need to be able to move 3 back, which he's not going to be able to do. So we might have to leave Reinvigorating Elixir for another time, which is fine. Let's just go Restorative Mist, step in, do the healing. You're going to be moving slowly, so actually we could just turn you invisible. No, we'll save that for next turn. Let's go Brain Leech and Hostile Takeover to pass the time. And I think that's pretty much what we're doing. We're passing the time or opening the door. We're going just a little bit too fast for what I was thinking. Well, at least you'll get strengthened for next turn. Step in, do that tiny bit of healing. Skip the flamethrower. Get the gold. And yeah, let's see what we have in here. Ooh, it looks a bit nasty. Move 4, attack 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we're going to want to stand here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 2 closed off doors, and I'm assuming that Jekserah will be in one of them. The only question is which one. Let's back up to here. And yeah, let's get some healing on now while the time is good. Now we're going to have an intrinsic disadvantage to attack these guys, but that's fine. This is even better. That's really not good though. And he's just moving in a little. That's not too bad. Yeah, I think we're going to want to go that way first. So, Dark Frenzy. And Perverse Edge. We're going to get 2 attacks off. We're going to want to attack in both directions. Let's get a short rest. Sure, we'll lose Skewer. Ooh, we could brute force them. Leaping Cleave is possibly better actually because of the amount of damage. So let's say Leaping Cleave and Eye for an Eye. And yeah, we can give cards back over here. I don't think that's too bad. It's not the best time to be pushing through, but we'll make it work. Man, they are going for it, aren't they? Ow. Okay, I think we're going to have to stun one of them. Possibly this one here. We get a disadvantage anyway, so that gets cancelled out by our advantage. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. So that's solid, and we're going to have a decent amount of damage. Hell, we could... You know what, let's go for this guy. Kill him outright. Well, that's a shame, but fine. The shame of it is our area attack is now not as useful. That's not terrible. That is not terrible. now is the time to use reinvigorating elixir. And unfortunately it means that the attack isn't useful, but that's fine. We need to make sure we move quickly next turn. And we've definitely got that managed. You want to be taking a short rest. Stun shot, sure we'll lose it. I want Restorative Mist, so we can move in, get a tiny bit of healing off. And Enhancement Field will let us attack. Over here, I think you just need to focus on killing this. Potentially with a stun shot over there. So Perverse Edge and Dark Frenzy works. And right in the middle, Skirmishing Maneuver gives us the ability to potentially push through. And then Trample is a solid attack that gets a wound off. Right, Cultist is going to explode. So potentially we'll be a bit more careful. This one's already stunned, so we don't care about that. Let's maximize damage. Good job we did. Good job we did. Don't think we're going to kill the cultists this turn. But we'll get a decent amount of damage off on them. Ooh, close. Really close. So actually we could hit him with the skirmishing maneuver. I thought he was supposed to explode. Maybe it's just because there was no one near, it doesn't count. Well, we're still doing okay, and this guy's is by himself now. So 1, 2, 3 we need to move in if we're then gonna get a decent stab on him. Empathetic Assault would move us into the doorway. And Hostile Takeover will allow us to attack him and stick him in place. You could potentially do a Toxic Bolt and then move in. Or do a Toxic Bolt and then Volatile Concoction to get someone's cards back. Which is going to be really handy for Horzat. I think we'll get a spare dagger. And then maybe a hook and chain. This guy's coming in. Ugh. Inconvenient. Really inconvenient. Well, he's not going to die this turn, so I guess it is what it is. Let's grab what gold we can. We could have jumped over him maybe, but not from that position. Who needs cards back? Horzat does. Get Skirmishing Maneuver and Trample. I mean, we might be able to kill him this turn, but the danger is that he'll explode and attack us. So we'll wait until next turn. So you could do, in fact, let's go over here. No, we want to go as quickly as possible. So that and ink bomb. Skirmishing maneuver will get us moving through a little bit, and then I think now's a good time to actually put warding strength on. And I want to start really pushing around to this side. So let's get feedback loop and withering claw. Okay, he's going relatively quickly. Hopefully he'll be dead by then. +1 wound ability. Really, really quite cool. How much gold is here? There's 3 there. And in the doorway there's going to be more. But that's fine. We don't need to go like super deep. I want to keep getting the gold as we move in. So we'll skip the attack. You can grab the gold on the door. So we're spreading it out a little bit. And there's your warding strength. And we're going to start pushing in. Skip that attack. I mean, if Jekserah is right at the back, that's going to be frustrating, but it'll be what it'll be. Okay, carry on moving. Carry on moving. And carry on moving. We can jump over those traps, so I'm not too worried about that when we get to them. It's never going to be convenient. Never in a million years. I wonder, do you actually have a jump ability? You might not. Let's save the boots for a bit later. Don't need a long rest. Let's just do a short rest. Yeah, we'll lose hostile takeover. It's a good card, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's go Withering Claw. 1, 2, 3, and then we can do weird jumpy stuff next turn. We're doing that. Frigid Apparition as well. Over here, Reviving Shock Flamethrower. That will get us close to the door, and I think we'll do a long rest over here. Move nicely round. What are these? Oh, these are just stun traps. I could have just walked onto one of them. Because we're going to be resting anyway. If we are losing a thing, let's get rid of balance measure. I might actually get rid of balance measure. It can be situationally amazing, but I'm just not convinced it's really what we need. So we're going to go feedback loop for moving. And let's put Into the Night in there so we can see how it feels. You're going to have to be a short rest. That's a shame. I do quite like Enhancement Field, but it's not a bad one to lose. I'm going to Restorative Mist ourselves. And let's move in a tiny bit with Crankbow. We'll try and get Hook Gun to do some stuff next turn, I think. And over here, you're going to have to come in 1, 2, 3. Leaping Cleave will do. And we will leave Brute Force to pass the time. All right, let's open the door. This is a terrible way to open doors. Ooh, hello. What are they going to do? They're going to move on and attack 6. So we could tank one of those. Or we could wait until we would loot everything in the room, though, if we use Into the Night. Skullbane Axe. Oh, I am curious to find out what that is. I don't know if we can directly look at it. We might have to wait until after. So this is what I meant. We can tank one. Ow. Perverse Edge will get us 1 stun. You're going to Hook Gun to get us another stun. So Toxic Bolt and Hook Gun, Perverse Edge and Dark Frenzy. If you can spare Dagger. Actually, yeah, spare Dagger and Skirmishing Maneuver. You could do a double ranged attack at range 3. That's Horzat is just so good. Right, so we're gonna manually stun you. We're gonna get a big hit on you and poison you for good measure. Pull you onto this stun trap. Thank you very much. And we're not actually going to do anything else there. So let's back up. Let's start with Spare Dagger. Down he goes. So we can use Skirmishing Maneuver to move closer to the door. Next round, Empathetic Assault gets us moving and recovering a little bit. And Brain Leech over here. Reviving Shock will give us a ranged attack on him. And Volatile Concoction. He'll be there. We're not going to be close enough, so we might have to save that for the next time. But Reviving Shock at least. Then Flamethrower. You can heal yourself up and pass the time. Attack 6 push, and he's going to suffer some damage. So we can actually just because he's not moving, we can just step one space away from him after we've done our attack. Ooh, or we could... No, let's be smart. We need to heal. That's inconvenient. There's your own healing. Skip that attack. And yeah, we might be able to hit with Reviving Shock. Just for a bit of damage. Oh, that's not bad actually. Short rest. Ooh, losing brain leech, that's a shame. Empathetic Assault and Dark Frenzy. No. Let's feedback loop so we can get past him. And if we do Perverse Edge, actually, we'll stun him. Stunning him, doing a little bit of damage, that's a smarter move. Or we could just kill him with Dark Frenzy. We'll do 3 damage, unless we roll like a 0. It should be fine. Just in case that doesn't go well. Let's do these 2, and over here you can have another long rest. Move 1, attack 5, poison everything nearby. So hopefully get him killed. But we should be able to pull back to here before we do that. Actually, he's only going to move 1. But yeah, he's still dead. We don't care enough to go in and grab that bit of gold. So back over to the door we go. And I think we'll lose brute force. Now Jekserah is going to have a lot of health. Empathetic Assault will get us a little bit closer. And Frigid Apparition. You've got short rest, but we're going to use Volatile Concoction. To give cards back over here, and if we're going to do a tiny bit of healing as well, Restorative Mist. You're going to go quick eye for an eye, and Leap and Cleave. Sure. So here comes our healing. I'm hoping that this room is going to be relatively straightforward. Heal yourself. Of course, Jekserah might escape again, which would suck. But these things do sometimes happen. Right. You can get your cards back. And you can have some healing. I think we're ready to push in now. Feedback loop will get us close, and Withering Claw might let us do something. I think we're going to want reviving shock, but we're going to need to move in first. So let's do that. And then one, two, three, four. Hook and chain might work. And eye for an eye. Let's see what's in the ring.
Jekserah has unfortunately had ample time to reanimate the corpses here, but they're no match for your skills. You knock down one last door to come face to face with the necromancer herself.
Yeah, this might be tricky.
I don't know how you found me, but it matters little. You have mistakenly assumed that I ran because I was afraid to fight you. I was just holding out some hope that you would come to your senses in time.
All right.
It is a pity that your minds cannot think beyond what is at the end of your blades. What corpses you have destroyed so far will now be replaced with your own.
Yeah, we've killed more than 3, so that's not exactly going to be a fair replacing, is it? So they're going to move 2 and attack 3, so they're not quite going to make it into the door. Horzat's also going to make it in faster. How about the skeletons? Move 1, attack 2, and then heal up. So really getting hit by the skeletons is not going to be ideal. This might be the best place to stand. And Jekserah is going to move 3 and attack 3 at range 3. So kind of come in a little bit. Yeah, you're going to sort of end up tanking there. That's a shame, but it is what it is. And an extra target. I really wish this was doing wounds. Unfortunate, but not unexpected. So Jekserah is immune to curse, immune to stun, immune to disarm, and immune to wound. Not immune to poison. Okay, so if we just... What's this trap? That's just a stun trap, so yeah, being immune to stun, that's not going to make a difference at all. We'll step in and we'll get some retaliation on. I could probably use that better. Let's just attack this one. Oh, actually. Let's get the wounds on both of them. Oh, that's unfortunate, but... Oh, my word. How unlucky do you have to be? And I don't think it even used the sword. Alright. Let's get the retaliate on. Come in nicely, that's good. Alright. You've got to get a lot closer. It's going to have to be a short rest. Losing Dark Frenzy. It's a shame. But it's fine. So if we come charging in, anything that moves us to Empathetic Assault will do. And then Frigid Apparition is just a solid strike. So let's go for that. Over here. Oh, actually, let's think. Net shooter, range damage. No, poison. Poison's what we're thinking, and flamethrower for the shield. I like it. And then over here, skirmishing maneuver gives us a decent bunch of attacking. Spare dagger gives us even more attacking. Although leaping cleave would let us get a wound on both of these. And spare dagger. Yeah, okay, that's what we're doing. These guys, shielding and healing, don't care. Summoning a living corpse and a living corpse elite. Ugh. It's going to be inconvenient. Let's say that. So it's a big hit that will help out for next time. Summoning them behind isn't too much of an issue. Oh, and coming in close. Ow. Really, ow. I mean, we were moving quickly there as well, but Jekserah was just moving so much faster. Alright, well, if we're doing leaping cleave, we're doing it like this. Once again, that did not actually activate. You're immune to wound. No, yes, you're immune to wound, so there's no point in us doing this. Let's just keep the damage straight on then. Ow. Warding strength. Okay, Burst Edge will give us a bit of stun on something, and Feedback Loop will let us attack something. Let's shoot it and hook gun over here, skirmishing maneuver and trample. Jekserah is going really quick again. So in terms of stun, what's this guy going to do? I'm probably more worried about the big corpses. Let's get you. Okay, that's alright. Jekserah's got nothing to summon because backed herself into a corner. It's just really painful. We could push her back, but that's actually not going to be helpful. I need to get healing on Horzat. Well, actually, I need to get like damage on Jekserah. Attack tip. Those three, like that. Immobilized and poisoned. That's going to help. We could also come in and start tanking a little bit. Try and keep Horzat alive a bit more. Okay, so as much damage as we can do in one turn. two things that Jekserah is immune to. We're going to skip the movement, but we are going to attack again. Oh, that's really good. And we could trample to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right back. And wound everything as we go. Ten health left. Three damage. Yeah, we'll soak that. That's super painful. But hopefully we've got enough to just tide us through. Into the night withering claw. Don't know how we're gonna move fast enough for this. Restorative mist and something that does a big attack. Flamethrower most probably. And over here it's going to have to be a short rest. Eye for an eye and spare dagger, and we'll see how that goes. She's moving slowly. We've got enough time to do this, I think. Right, how are we best going to... It's going to be getting you killed. And then we'll move in and grab a little bit of loot. So we'll get the flaming gooding this way. And we'll try and get what healing we can here. Get the main attack. Oh, keep rolling -1s. It's amusing, but that's painful. She's going to attack. We're going to have to burn a card. You can just take the damage. Oh, actually, we've got warding strength. We will burn 2 discarded cards there, because that was way too much damage. It's going to be a long rest over here. Skirmishing maneuver, hook and chain, toxic bolt, and ink bomb. We might just manage this. Let's try and hit a big. With the poison, she's gone. How much gold is there? Just 3 gold? That's fine. Step in, grab it. These guys are going to attack and push, but they are nowhere near anyone, so we don't need to worry about it. Oh, actually, no, they're close to the Mine Thief, but we're not going to worry about it. Means we're not going to get the Streamliner, but we're also not going to lose. And there you go. There is your long rest. We'll lose Empathetic Assault, but still awake. Jekserah is gone.
Jekserah collapses, the light fleeing her eyes. She whispers at you. You have no idea what's coming. With one more hack of your blade, you separate her head from her body.
Lovely.
And hastily leave the wretched place full of mangled corpses.
That's what you do with necromancers. So we only got one of our targets from that, but we got a lot of gold. A lot of gold. 7 piles, 8 piles, 4 piles. That was a good run.
You return the head to the captain of the guard and are paid handsomely for the bounty on her. If you're interested, I may have some more work for you, he says grimly. First of all, we've had reports from northern scouts of sightings of a large, flying creature. They're afraid of dragons. He shakes his head in annoyance. I'd like you to head to the northern pass and investigate.
Well, we've been up there
Closer to
before.
home, however, there is some trouble brewing in the sewers below the sinking market.
Okay.
The wells in the area seem to be poisoned, and the sewers have become infested with snakes and sentient slimes.
Ooh,
Making
slimes.
further investigation difficult. I need you to discover the source of the poison.
Okay. So we've got a few options. 20 gold each, 2 reputation, 1 prosperity, and 8 XP. That's good. There's the mountain pass. There's an outer ritual chamber and the abandoned sewers in Gloomhaven. Plus we made a bit of progress on our various quests. Ooh, and we've unlocked a Sunkeeper. Ooh. Who's the Sunkeeper? Melee tank support. Trained to tap into long dormant demonic powers and harness them for the purpose of righteousness. Healing, buffing, card recovery abilities capable of melee fighter. Okay. Works best in the role of paladin, aiding the main damage dealers in combat. Well, that would have been useful in the last fight. Alright. Blaze. Ooh, you could get really cool things later on. Kill 20 elite monsters, kill 8 forest myths. So this is a 1 of 3. This is just 20 things. Let's have this one. I'm gonna have to think about how we organize the parties now, because this is now gonna get like super complicated. Alright, well, unfortunately we're out of time for this episode, so next time we'll do some proper hunting of the different things. Oh, targeting living corpse, living spirit, or living bones at +5 to a single attack. That's nice, but that's specific for a very specific mission you're going on. We're going to sell that. As I said, I've got a lot of stuff to read through, so I'm going to take the time to do that. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven. See you soon.